Today is a day where actually we came here to see the progress of the community-based project on solid waste management, which we started some 6 months ago with the local community here. It's basically community-driven to sort out the solid waste management in that particular village, which is around 100 kilometers away from Cairo. It's still in the Giza governorate, and basically when we came in here 6 months ago, we introduced the concept that dealing with solid waste management will help you create jobs, will sort out the health and environmental problems the community is facing. Besides, of course, that once you start producing compost out of the organic municipal waste and the agricultural waste, you're going to have a nutrient which is of great value to the soil. I mean, the Egyptian soil is mainly sand soil, which needs a lot of nutrients, and the chemical fertilizers which is being used does not provide the necessary nutrients which increases the plant productivity and crop, in terms of the output. So basically, when we discussed it with the farmers here, they told us that during the last several years, the productivity of land has decreased by almost 30%. So you could imagine now compensating that with a real nutrient for the soil, the impact this would do in terms of increasing the yield, in terms of increasing their income, in terms as well of facing or addressing the food scarcity problem which Egypt and other countries are facing. So it's a number of wins in that sense. It deals with the food problem, it improves the food chain in terms of the negative impacts of using chemical fertilizers. Compost has also the potential of conserving water or retaining water. It has a high retaining capacity as opposed to, of course, the chemical fertilizer. So it has a number of wins. On top of that, it gives the feeling of the local community a sense of ownership, in a sense of being, useful. So they get engaged. They also get the feeling that the general public is also interested in supporting them. The government is interested in supporting them. So the idea of us being here today is, first of all, to give them the political support, the technical support. We have with us today a number of NGOs also to introduce that concept to them. The intention, of course, really is to spread this initiative in or across Egypt. Next week we're having a workshop convened in Cairo, inviting to start off with 5 governorates to, as I said, introduce that concept and replicate it in these governorates. So basically, Egyptian villages, they have a lot of problems. One of them is solid waste management. The other, of course, is the sewage problem, wastewater which is not really treated, and in most of the cases it's dumped into the waterways. The other problem is the contamination of, which is linked, of course, to the discharge of untreated water in waterways. So you have a problem of underground water, the impact on health, productivity, and the kind of disease most of the people, villagers here, and the young children are exposed to is enormous. So it's an entry point for an integrated community development model for a village. Eventually, we're also, it's not just compost, it's not just waste to compost, it's waste to energy. It's the extent to which we can also use the sun in producing energy through solar energy. So the intention is to have a model village, sustainable village, green village, which can be replicated across Egypt. And it's not just across Egypt, the idea also to share experience with other countries. Egypt is part of the SweepNet initiative or network, which has been very effective in raising public awareness to the importance of solid waste management. It provides training, it enhances the awareness to the importance of greening the solid waste management. So the idea again is to learn from other countries in the SweepNet network, and at the same time share our experience with other countries within that network. So it's very important that there is this sort of South-South cooperation. We need to invest as well in research, development, training, and this kind of machine which is behind me has been manufactured locally in a local workshop. So the idea is to how can we, of course it costs more now, or it's more expensive than if it were done on a larger scale. So the idea is to replicate this, to introduce it to others, and hopefully we can export it to other countries within the region or outside the region. So we have a number of objectives hopefully being achieved today: training, introducing the concept to other NGOs, giving the political support to the community here, and showing them that the fact that the Minister of Environment, Dr. Khalid Fahmy, is here, Dr. Mohammed Badruddin, the head of also the information services, is here, and of course people from the municipalities, is a demonstration that the government is interested, is keen to support. Once they see the initiative coming from within, they are prepared to come in and support it. So I hope that through similar exercises that we can spread this initiative across the country and across the region as well. Okay.